I'm Felicia. I am an editorial director. I give numbers a 5 out of 5, and for more reviews, click below. Before numbers, I was totally an Excel person because I used a lot of PCs. But then there was a time when I started switching to working more with Macs for a lot of different reasons. Syncing up different devices, change in jobs, and numbers came as part of the package, so I started using numbers more often. I admit I still do use Excel some of the time, but switching to numbers, some of the things that I've really liked have been some of the user interface that numbers offers. So I have to admit that I chose numbers because it was part of the package of apps that came with my Mac when I switched to a Mac. So I wasn't really sure about numbers at first. I was so used to using Excel, but then some of the reasons I switched were just because of ease of use, because it would pop up as the default in my computer. And then I started to really like some of the aspects of the user interface, some of the things that I could do with tables and graphics, and some of the ways that it had a simplicity and an elegance that I found really easy to use with just keeping some of lists and charts and tables during my workday and during the flow of different projects and tasks. Pretty easy to get started with numbers because there it was showing up on my computer screen. But I did have to get used to the fact that it was a different program than something I had used before. So I had to kind of set aside the preconceived notions or some of the muscle memory of using other kinds of spreadsheets or other kinds of programs. Once I was able to do that, I found numbers pretty easy and pretty intuitive, and actually have been really enjoying some of the aspects of the user interface. But there are times that I find that I do use the help feature. I do look for, okay, how can I have this do what I want it to do for whatever functionality I need during my workday. If you're considering getting numbers, just know that it's its own program. It's its own spreadsheet. It's not just a copy of something else that you may be using. So take the time to really get friendly with it. I love troubleshooting, looking at the help features, and just keep working at it so you get comfortable with it. Especially if you are using numbers like I did because it was part of a software package that maybe you didn't choose the individual components, but you thought, hey, I'll try them out. So my advice, really give it a try and start looking for all the functionality that it has.